It's spinning. It says we're live.
Where's Guapo?
Well, let me take care of that right now. Hang on.
Because he sent us a text, and he's like, dude, it's on tonight. He has something on his mind, and he had to talk about it. And here must not have been that important. Where's he at?
I don't know. Well, Rob has an excuse. He's probably poolside somewhere, having himself the time of his life.
Roberto is actually in Florida.
So I've heard.
So here's the crazy thing with everything going on with the landlord issues. And I forgot Rob was coming down. So then Rob calls me. He's like, dude, what are we doing? And I'm like, oh, my goodness, I'm so sorry. I said, I've been so consumed with Maryland issues. And I was like, all right, we're definitely going to do something. So Rob, I'm going to be at Gatorland all day Saturday for Gator Palooza. So there's a bunch of big time YouTubers coming in. So Rob's going with me to Gatorland. Sunday, we're going to catch about 7 or 8 live gators. Rob's going with me.
Oh, okay.
And then Monday, the fence goes in, both property lines, both neighbors. Rob of Second Sense will be there.
So are you leaving Monday or when you're leaving? Come home.
Okay, so it's been I was going to come home Sunday, but I forgot Rob was here. So now I was like, no, you're here. This is once in a lifetime. We got to make it work and have some fun. So then I was like, okay, we'll drive back. He's like, hey, I'll help you drive. We can go straight through. We'll do it together. I'm like, oh man, 13 plus hours. That'd be great. So I was telling George, I was like, I want to get there, get all the work done, get back to Florida. And so he's like, I'll help you drive. So I was like, man, even better. And then Robbie called me and he's like, dude, we got to catch like 7 gators on Sunday. And I was like, okay, that sounds good. Then I called my fence guy who was supposed to be here today because of weather. He's now coming on Monday. So I told Rob of Second Sense, I'm like, dude, you're getting the full experience. We're going to Gatorland. We're going to go catch 7 to 8 live gators. And you're going to get to meet the neighbors with the fences going up. So many people, like we get so many comments that all these neighbors are paid actors and this isn't real stuff and this could never be real. I was like, Rob, you're going to be in the middle of it, literally in the middle of it.
You already released the video of us getting our payment, which was the ice cream.
The ice cream, yeah.
How can you deny that we're all paid actors now?
That's true. That's true. You did get paid.
So, well, we got boy, there's a lot of people in the show. We got 151 watching right now. Even my wife's on.
All right.
There she is. So this
ice
is
cream for everybody.
Yeah. The $150 card, though, we're gonna have to do some work on that.
Okay, I actually have done some work on that.
What happened?
You want an update on that?
Yeah.
Okay. So we go to get ice cream. Now, if we rewind, and we did rewind in the video, it is clearly stated that there is $150 on that gift card. Now, a lot of our viewers try and tell us all the time what's what and what's not, and they don't have full context. And I understand they're trying to make assumptions based on what they hear. So a lot of our viewers left comments saying, no, you didn't hear the actual balance. It said press 1, and we have to back them up and go, no, you didn't listen. The balance was 150, and it said press 1 to hear another balance on any other card. So the balance was 150. So this was so perplexing to me. All right, and the funny part is one of our faithful fans even made such rude comments saying, how dare you suggest that one of the fans and the followers actually stole the money? Because it happens on a daily basis.
It doesn't have to be a fan or a follower. It could just be some random.
So it's a viewer. And so that person got blocked because of their ridiculous comments. That's sad because that was a faithful fan going off on us going, how dare you say that somebody who viewed this video stole it? I don't know, because we're full-time YouTubers. This has happened before. So I was so perplexed by this. It's not the issue of money. It's not the issue of money whatsoever. I was just so perplexed because we had $150. We've all seen the video, right? I mean, I even put it back in. $150. We get there. We wanted to spend the whole $150. We even went and got a cake for the staffs. We broke $100. We swiped the card. Do you remember how much was on the card?
$30.
$30. Okay. Which is not a big issue. Okay. It's not the issue of money.
I'm still laughing about that. The look on your face.
So I'm sitting there thinking, oh my goodness, me and George did a gift card challenge. And here's the funny thing. People think these are fake too. You know, people will leave comments about everything. We find gift cards. That was a gift card. We find them. We hold them. I got a stack right over here in the shelves. And when we made the call, it's $150. We get to the ice cream shop, it's $30. And I'm just like, what happened? So immediately we lost a $50 Dollar General card that a viewer stole the numbers from, and then, you know, they just get online and they use it in the whole deal. So I started digging into this. Now, my initial reaction, because of what's already happened in the past, is a viewer actually stole it, right? Because we've already had this happen. Other channels have it happen. And this is a common way that thieves will steal. They'll watch videos. They'll rip your numbers off, your credit card number, whatever. So I start going back and just analyzing the video to like, can they get the ringtone? Can they see the numbers? Can they see the back? Because George and I are so precise, and I edit the videos. And so George and I are so precise now and protective. And there are some videos that we have out there on purpose. Now, here's the funny thing, because our viewers always think they know everything that we're doing. We on purpose have cards out there that we are showing the numbers so that the scammers and the thieves will waste their time, because we know we already spent the money before it aired. Yeah. And so we will intentionally show those now, because we were stolen from. So we intentionally show them so that the thieves waste their time. But this one wasn't intentional. All right. So I contacted Mitchell's Ice Cream. I was just so perplexed. And it's not about the money. It's not about the money at all. I was just so perplexed. So I contacted Mitchell's Ice Cream. I'm like, hey, check this out. Here's a video link. I had $150 on this card, and then there was $30. I was like, can you give me the history of the card? And they're like, yeah, send us the numbers. We'll actually do it. And they did tell me they had one card management service. And then from the time we found the card to the time we spent the card, that card management service changed. So they had one card management service. They switched over to a new card management service. And I was like, that's really interesting. You think they stole from it then? The only history that they can find, and they shared us a printout with the new card management service, $30. So somewhere in between the old card management service, and it's the same as like us. We don't manage our Teespring account. If you buy merch from us, we don't manage it. We don't touch it. We don't do anything. A whole third-party company does it. We have nothing to do with it. So Mitchell's is going, hey, we had one company managing it, then it transitioned to a new company. And as it transitioned, there wasn't 150 anymore. So it was from the old company to the new company. It transitioned to the new company. There's $30.
Wow.
That's as far as we could go with it.
Well, can't they? I would think that but they don't know that it was 150. Well, I guess you know. Rob
they know, because I sent them the video and they watched the video. I was like, check this out. And they're like, yeah, that was our old card management service.
I think Rob's coming in.
He's trying. So that's as far as the mystery of the gift card goes. And it has nothing to do with the amount. It has nothing to do with, we could take that bill, no problem whatsoever. It was fun. We had so much fun. I would have paid 10 times that just to have fun with you guys. It was funny that the money was there and then it wasn't. Woo!
Can you guys hear me at all?
Yep.
Somebody looks like they're living their best life in Florida.
Oh, God. You know, Jeremy, you told me live life in Florida, so I moved down here, and I'm here. This is my new house. There's my pool.
Yeah.
That's a nice pool.
Hope you guys, you guys can come over swimming anytime you like. Hey, you come over anytime you like right here. Take it out.
I'll be on a plane in the morning.
What's up, crew?
Conky, let's go do AA in his pool.
Where is Storage Legends? He's supposed to have so much to say tonight.
Yeah, that's so funny because he texts us. He has so much to say.
And he's not here. I sent him the link.
Let me call him. I'm like, dude,
call Storage Legends. See where he's at.
I didn't think for now. We did. I was hoping.
Am I all choppy or what?
A little, but you're all right.
You're delayed more than anything.
Okay.
Well,
I'm hanging out at the pool in Florida, and I can't wait to see what the Hales.
Dude, we're going to have an epic weekend.
I'm telling you, I'm so pumped.
You got so much to say, but you're not even on the live stream right now. He hung up on me. He shouted melons and hung up on me.
He answered the phone, he yelled melons, and then he hung up.
You know what? He called me last night. He calls me last night and he goes, Jeremy, we need to go to Hawaii right now. I'm like, all right, that sounds fun. Let's do it. He's like, I'm buying tickets. You can PayPal me the money. And he hung up on me. That was it.
Thank you, Silver Wheels.
All right, Silver Wheels has a question about the new babies. All right, here's what happened. I'm not answering the question about the new babies. I have just upgraded to an iPhone 12 Max Pro because of the quality of video and the quality of the microphone. I edited the first video ever on this phone. I uploaded it to YouTube, and it went and it uploaded public instead of unlisted, as it always should be. It went live this morning. It got 9,000 views. I unlisted it. It kept getting views because people got notifications. I deleted it. Nobody was supposed to see that video yet. So, good
new
question.
phone if you don't change it.
Now, here's the worst part. As being a professional YouTuber, that is a huge mistake. Now, 9,000 people who are supposed to see that video tomorrow at 5:30 are going to go, oh, they're going to click on it. They already saw it. They're going to click out. That is death, complete and total death in the algorithm. So that video tomorrow is going to completely and totally tank. I killed my own video. Was such a foolish rookie mistake. So if anybody saw the video, please click on the video tomorrow. Watch the video from the beginning to the end because it's already going to struggle. It had 9,000 views. Those initial 9,000 views are what tells YouTube this video is worth sharing with other people, and they'll share it with other people if it gets clicked on and if it gets watched from the beginning to the end. But I already know that little mistake destroyed the video for tomorrow.
I had the same problem happen to me when I got my new phone, Jeremy, so I know your pain, but your pain's bigger than mine.
That is a very, very rough pain. Very rough pain.
It's the worst feeling when the video, you didn't even get to do any. My video, I didn't get to put a title in. I didn't get to put the thumbnail in it, and it went live. And it was the worst feeling in the world.
It hurts. It hurts bad.
Trying to find my twin sister here.
Is she there with you guys?
My twin sister came to Florida. Well, she lives in Florida, but my twin sister came and met me. She's at her hotel, and we're going to go to Universal because her daughter is about the same age as my kids. I'm trying to find her if I can put her. She might want to go on YouTube. My wife won't go on YouTube, but my twin sister might. It might be a Conky Flippin' Adventures exclusive. First time ever, my sister will be seen.
On YouTube.
Possible.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
I'm calling him right now. That's just a still photo he probably has posted. That ain't real.
Hello?
Hey.
Hello?
Hey, it's dude, it's AA. You got lots of things you need to say.
No way. No way. I got a lot of things I have to say. Like, hi everybody, my name's Guapo. No, I'm just fine. What's up? What's up? What's up?
I'll take the mask off.
Rob, where are you at?
Well, I'm in Florida, and I got my twin sister right next to me. You guys
No
want to
way,
see my
let's
twin
hear it.
sister?
Yep.
You want to meet my twin sister, Renee?
Yep.
A lot of people are like, oh, you probably don't have a twin. Yeah, here she is.
Hello, I exist.
Holy
Actually,
cow! They look exactly alike.
Hi.
we don't look exactly alike.
Renee, let's hear your auctioneer chant. Let's hear it. Come on, let's hear it.
Zero. I cannot talk fast like that at all.
You are not
Zero.
a true twin. You are not a
I'm
true
not.
twin.
No, I'm
Come on.
not.
I want to hear it.
Oh my God, that's Rob's twin.
Yes.
You guys look
My
just
twin.
alike.
My twin sister.
This is so
Oh, I
weird.
love you guys.
I have been picturing Rob as a female ever since I met him, and now my dreams have come true.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh, Jeremy, that's so wrong.
and I am 5 minutes older,
Nice.
so I'm
Whoa.
older than him.
Nice.
So
Nice.
did you beat him up as a kid since you were older?
Always. I always beat him. I mean, that would be a whole segment. I was mean.
She was
You guys
evil.
are so cool. Rob, you're so cool. Why is Rob so cool?
I didn't know he was cool, so you would have to fill me in on that one.
Renee,
I
when
think
you
I'm taking
guys
my
were
sister
kids-
off AA now.
Now,
Renee.
he's only cool because he's related to me. That's it.
Guys, type of pineapples in the chat if they look alike.
Renee, when you guys were kids and you had bunk beds and Rob was up top and you guys were
was up
when you were
top.
little, did Rob
First of
used to
all-
wet the bed?
No, she was up top.
First of all, Robert cried, so he couldn't sleep on the top bunk because he was scared. So I went up there because obviously I wasn't scared. He
I'm
had to
still scared of the top bunk.
stay down. So
Hey, Ace, everybody in the chat thinks that you guys look alike.
I hope so. We're twins.
well,
So
if you had
Rob
seen
did
all of
wet
our
the bed.
siblings,
Yeah.
all of
Yeah.
our siblings, 3 of us look exactly alike. The other 3 look exactly alike.
Wait,
like,
do
it's
you live in
crazy.
Florida?
Yes.
Dang.
I live in Marco Island.
We need to get you to Ohio.
No, thank you. I left Ohio
I'm trying to get
like
you guys
over
to all come
15,
down to
20
Florida.
years ago.
She's like Jeremy. She went out. She found out Florida's better.
Any place is better than Ohio. Sorry. I mean, I love Cleveland. I like to visit, but to live, I can't.
Dang.
Can
That's
you
a bummer.
confirm or deny whether Rob actually picked his nose and ate his boogers as a child and as an adult?
She taught me.
I didn't teach him. But as an adult, I pray to God he doesn't do that because
Only on Tuesdays.
I haven't witnessed that. So I would say no. I pray to God.
Oh my
So, no.
goodness.
So is this what my brother does with all his time?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he hangs out with us lamos. We kind of just like go through junk for a living, talk about it online.
All right.
We fart, pick our noses.
Yeah, we do all the everything embarrassing that like you're not supposed to do on the internet. We do.
All right. Well, because I got 1,000 stories that I could tell embarrassing of my brother, but I'll save it maybe.
Oh,
For the
come on,
next
just one.
podcast.
No, one, just
I
one.
do let his kids know about him though.
I love how we're talking to Rob's twin sister right now on AA. I just feel like this is a really cool moment.
Well, we're here celebrating his daughter's 13th birthday.
Oh, snap.
So, I mean, I had to come up for my niece. I love the kids. I love my brother. And it. Well, we just ate.
No,
but
thank you. No.
Renee, have you ever leg wrestled Rob and have Rob fart on your face like he did to me?
No, I've never, but I might have done that to him. I mean, I won't deny it.
What'd you do to me?
Fart on your face when we were kids fighting, possibly. I did scratch his eye.
But she scratched my eyeball. I had a patch on for a week or 2 weeks.
Yeah, that was awesome.
She cut my skin. She took her nails and took every piece of flesh off of my arms before.
And his back.
And my back. Yeah, she's evil.
Hey, Rob, did you make dog food?
I mean, he was a girl when he was being. Well, I mean, he wasn't, but
I was a girl. Wait a second, that don't make sense.
He wasn't, but I mean, like when we were kids, I would just fight with him. Like I was mean. I was like raised like a man, as my dad would tell everybody. He told my husband, "She's raised like a man." It's not a good compliment.
She's tough, dude.
I'm tough.
My sister knocked out people before.
Yeah, I mean, so
Don't let her punch you.
no, but. So, I mean, I did maybe abuse my brother a little bit until 7th grade. Then he grew like tall and got bigger than me. He got over 100 pounds. So I had to kind of step back and like, all right, I'll let you win. And then I was like, you're not allowed to hit me. I'm a girl. So that's when I became a girl.
What?
So I didn't have to get hurt.
I can still hit her.
Oh, that sucks.
You want something to eat? There's food inside.
Conky Flip and Adventure exclusive.
All right,
My twin sister.
We got to go. Peace out. We got to go eat. Spend time with the fam.
I think we got to go get food. I will try to jump back on.
All right, we'll see you.
Rob,
hey,
no.
you
You're
What's up?
leaving.
Well, I guess we're going to go get some food in Florida here. And
You could have
Got
spent
the
more
family.
time with him, Guapo, if you were on time.
Wow, Rob.
I want to hear what your let me just start this segment. What happened to you today, Storage Legends? Please inform us.
Dude. I got a pretty bad story, guys. It's not really
We want to hear this.
It's not gonna be a fun one. I almost don't want to like bring it back up because it's gonna be like that intense. Like I like just like I took like a little nap to kind of like calm down. But as you guys know, everybody that pays attention to lives and jumps into AAs and stuff, I talked about selling my building, right? I was in the process of selling my building, and the person that was going to buy the building knew the building was for $30,000, offered $25,000. I accepted the $25,000 offer. We said, well, he's kind of like, he has like this like speech, like in like you know, he only really, his main language is Spanish. I'm not really fluent in Spanish, so like he hired this lawyer that was like bilingual, but it was clearly like this like. It's like this old white guy, but okay. So like we went over there, and when I got
Pause. I mean, just so everybody's clear, I don't know where you're going with all this, but you are Puerto Rican. You're 100% Puerto Rican, correct?
Yeah. Well, I'm 75% Puerto Rican and I'm 25% Mexican.
Okay, so there you go. And anybody who knows me, I am 88% white and 12% black. And I don't know about the rest of the guys, but I just, you know, I wanted to throw that out for the group so they understand where you're headed with this.
Yeah. So, I mean, so pretty much, I mean, I don't really, okay. I'm not really one of those guys to like try to bring race into the equation at all. I came from a very diversified city, Lorain, Ohio, where there's a lot of different races, and racism really isn't like a thing. I really didn't like experience it as much as like the next guy, you know, it's not really like a thing, but you know, there's certain things where you can't really deny when somebody clearly has like some type of animosity towards you and then he doesn't like know you. And then there's certain comments that are made that are kind of like, almost like stereotyping and stuff. So like I came, you know, I wore my jewelry today. I put my jewelry on and, I was real, I had my shades on, just doing the Guapo thing, just being Guapo. This guy doesn't know me. So like I said, the guy, he was a Mexican guy, and we were going to conclude the deal today. He had a lawyer that he talks to. And we met at the lawyer's office. So I sit down, everything's normal, the paperwork, what's going on. And then I say, we have like this discrepancy about like an as-is sale. Like the building is $25,000. You give me $25,000 and the building is yours. You have the sole ownership of the building. It is an as-is sale. I don't guarantee anything. He started talking about guarantees. Then he started talking about like my other properties and like what I do for a living and like all of these like irrelevant things that have nothing to do with his job. All he has to do is just transfer paperwork. So it's almost like this lawyer like took this job up as he was like defending his client. Like I came in and it was almost like an attack towards me. Like, oh, are there liens on the property? Do you have, just asking relevant questions that I already answered to the Juan guy, but asking them in a very passive aggressive way. And like insinuating like that I would be like insinuating like I'm trying to scam this guy, like almost, because on the deed it says I paid $3,000. You guys know I paid $6,000, $3,000 for the building, $3,000 on the taxes, $6,000 total investment. So I think he's seen that, and then he started kind of like counting my pockets. And for those of you guys that don't know what counting my pockets means, it means looking at another person's profit and kind of like taking it into consideration when making a business decision. And that's a no-no, because what another person makes has nothing to do with your incentive of buying an item. It's about what you make. What do you know that you can make in a business transaction? So anyway, once I started to hear about how he like identified that I bought my building for $3,000, and once I started to hear like all of these irrelevant questions about my personal life, I started to get like snappy. I'm like, bro, listen, man, like it's none of your business what I do with my other properties. It's none of your business what I do in general. Like he like started like, dude, anyways, like it came to the point. I can ramble about this forever because like I'm fired right now.
Wait, so you don't feel like the lawyer was just trying to make small talk while he was going through the paperwork?
I'm gonna go over there.
Not at all. No, not at all. No, he was coming off very like offensive.
You want any sushi?
With like everything. Like I answered all of these like questions, and all of those questions were on the papers. And he was just being like he was being very aggressive. He was being very like smart and like disrespectful. He was, me, bro. I don't get like that. I'm not like that. Anybody that's ever met me in person, dude, I was extremely happy going into that office.
Yeah, you wanted the property off your hands.
I wanted the property off my hands. So what he's doing is he's trying to make me guarantee things. And I'm telling him like it's an as-is sale. Like we already made that agreement. If that's not okay, then it's okay. We can end it here. Anyways, one thing led to another, and I just, I walked out. I was like, bro, like you're asking all of these like weird questions and making these weird insinuations, and I was super uncomfortable, man. It was like really uncomfortable. So that probably postponed the sale. I haven't heard from the guy. I called the guy. When we walked out of the office, I was like, bro, listen to me. I called the previous owner of the building, and the previous owner's bilingual, and I had him explain everything. I'm like, please explain to this buyer that I have the process that it would be to buy the building, literally. And he explained everything on the phone, and like, I don't know, man. I guess that guy maybe has an understanding, but I guess his lawyer like probably ruined it, honestly, because he probably was turned off on the whole idea, but I wasn't going to sit there and this is a prime example, guys. You got to stand for what you believe in. Like $25,000 will not get me to stay there and watch this other man try to belittle me and try to make insinuations about me. That is not what I stand for. That is not how I am. My mom did not raise me to be that young man. I will not sit there and have a lawyer badger me and try to make these type of like, try to paint this picture about me, so no, Jeremy, it was not small talk. It was very offensive, and it was very rude and aggressive.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you some more detailed questions. Okay,
turn the heat off.
So we can get to the bottom of this. So I'm gonna play devil's advocate and go, I don't think it was potentially, could it not be racial profiling
It
based on race?
possibly couldn't. You know,
Because
honestly,
you're Puerto Rican and Mexican. The other guy is Spanish. So, do you think it's just the lawyer? Do you think it was your appearance? Because
I think it was more profiling. It was, but this guy was clearly an old white dude that definitely had some sort of hostility for no reason towards me.
What was he trying to insinuate? That you had liens on the property?
Yeah, he was trying to insinuate that I was doing something shady. He was trying to insinuate that I had a loan out or that I didn't own the property, that the property had taxes, that there was some hidden, that he tried to make it seem like I had a hidden agenda. And it's very disrespectful as another man that I work hard every single day, man. I work so hard every single day, and that turns to like this almost like this form of like almost like I don't know how to word it, almost like expected respect, like respect me, like, man, don't make it seem like I'm a liar and that I'm gonna sit here and waste all your guys' time and sell a property that has taxes still owed on it or that has anything still owed on it. Like, you have my number, man. I will fix any issues in this transaction. So yeah, I was really hot, guys. I don't want to spend a lot of time, but I was very upset about it because selling the building is a huge portion of my transition to Florida, bro. Like, and you know that, Jeremy. That was like my number one thing. That's the reason why I'm not in Florida with you right now. Is because I had plans to sell the building. So,
Guapo, can I just throw something in here? I understand that it was his job to do exactly what he did.
I would agree.
He works for his clients, so it's his job.
Yeah, and I felt that too. I did. I felt that.
Now, here's what a lot of people don't understand. A lawyer not doing his job can be sued for malpractice, just like a doctor can be sued for malpractice.
Yeah, but the way he did it, though, I didn't check into that type of interrogation. I shouldn't be interrogated like that. Like, if that's the case, we're going to do this. Like, I don't know if he's still going to go through with the sale, Conky, but the way that I'm going to do business forever now, moving forward with real estate, is just going to be directly through the city. Like, I don't need to have a lawyer to transfer a title and transfer a deed.
Wait a minute. You should use a lawyer or a title agency. Now,
yeah, a title agency.
Right. If you have, and I don't know if this is the right way to put this or not, but it's like I could sit there and take everything, all those insinuations, because the questions just have, when it comes right down to it, it's dollars and cents. The questions have answers. You answer the questions. And if he's satisfied with that, fine. If not, then, what are you going to do?
But he wasn't satisfied with it because we went through the questions and I answered them normal.
Right.
Then he asked him a different way, and then he insinuated, dude.
You're going to ask him 3 or 4 different ways. Okay?
Yeah, no, it was too much for me, man.
Guapo. What you should do if you don't like that, if you personally don't want to deal with that, is you hire your own lawyer.
You hire another lawyer to talk to the lawyer.
You're my lawyer. You work for me. You go in there and talk to that lawyer who works for him. You guys get this the hell out.
It's a $25,000 sale. I'm making $3,000 on this transaction. I'm not going to go and hire a lawyer when I literally can simply just literally find a coherent buyer and go straight to the city and go straight to the title agency. Like, we won't have to go through anybody's personal lawyer. Like, I don't think that's any, like, with an as-is sale and such a low buy cost for this property, I don't think it's necessary to have a personal lawyer go and attack the seller. Like, literally, I felt attacked today, guys. Like, I don't want anybody in the other side of the screen to think that it was a thing where, the lawyer was just doing his job. I understand that those are required questions, but it's not, it shouldn't have came to like I was committing a crime or something. Like, it shouldn't have been like an attack thing.
I'm out.
Like, that's it. That's my opinion. That's it. Yeah. Like,
here's what I always used to tell my students. Okay. And remember, I was a master's degree professor, fully accredited, and I would take up to 6 students a year. They could earn their master's with me. And I always told them this: communication is at the mercy of the listener. Okay. Now here's what I mean by that. Communication is always at the mercy of the listener. I can tell you something and have an intent in my heart on the context of what I tell you. But that communication, as it leaves me out of my mouth and it hits your ears, it's now at the mercy of you to actually interpret it. And you go, lawyer, you're attacking me. Now, the lawyer internally may be going, listen, I represent my client. I have to ask these questions, and I'm going to ask them because that's what I do to represent my client. But as you get it, you feel attacked, and you go, wait, you keep asking me questions. I feel attacked.
But
the lawyer may had no intention.
Yeah.
And we live this life on a daily basis. I mean, look at our YouTube channels, all four of us. We say something in our YouTube channels, and then that communication is at the mercy of the listener. And we get people attacking us on a daily basis because of something we said or something we did. And they attack us because that piece of communication is at the mercy of the listener, and they misinterpret it. And so I think this is just me thinking because it doesn't sound like it's racial profiling. Because of the interest of the buyer, it doesn't sound racial to me, but I think there may be an aspect of the interpreting of the questions, and that communication is at the mercy. So I'll take it in the aspect of George and I. Okay.
Yeah.
And this happens often with George and I. I say something, and George doesn't, and George will misinterpret the tone, or George will misinterpret the context. And now George is mad at me because George thinks I was mad at her. But I wasn't thinking anything in the aspect of being mad. I was just like, hey, this needs to be done. You know, I mean, it could be something as simple as, can you put that in the background of the YouTube video? Now she's mad because she thinks, oh, Jeremy says I don't do anything, or Jeremy thinks I'm not helping, or Jeremy thinks. And all for me, it's just, hey, can you do that? I'm not thinking anything. But
I just hope I described it right, Jeremy. That's the thing. That's my issue. I hope I'm describing it right. You know, because it sounds like he was asking the questions that involved his job. And it's not just that. It was a badgering. It was an interrogation. It was him maybe taking things to the extreme.
That's a job.
I am at no lawyer's job in my life to ever take that. Like that's not
a lawyer's job.
So maybe
it doesn't matter. Guapo.
There's a couple things in the chat though. It says, you know, I think Ian's mom said, I think he saw Guapo and decided that he can't have a property that he legitimately owns without problems.
No,
I believe that. So. That definitely could have been the thing. I definitely, if you didn't think so, Jeremy, I definitely didn't explain it right. Like I wish you were there with like a bug. You would see like the irrelevant questions that he was asking me.
There's nothing that you shared that I haven't been asked selling property.
No, I know, but I might have not. Like he asked, like, well, how did you get your other properties? What are you doing with your other properties? You know, just things that have nothing to do with the sale, dude. Like.
Typically,
why does it matter what I'm doing with my other properties?
Here's why it matters, Guapo, and I've had personal experience with this.
Tell me, Conky, I want to hear this.
Some people will buy multiple or own multiple properties. They will give third-party liens on property A, B, and C.
See, but that's the thing, though. This is the thing, though, Conky. Really quick, I don't mean to interrupt, but we're already about 15, 20 minutes into the conversation, and I've already repeatedly said there are no liens on the property. I do not owe any money on the property. There are no hidden fees, and if there are, I will take care of them immediately. I will put it in writing. Let's move on. That's what I said already. I already agreed to put anything that you want in writing when it comes to guaranteeing any money owed on the property. We said it 5 to 12 times. It's like he just kept going and going and going, and we're not moving on to the next step of this process. It's bad. Okay. It's one of those things, guys. I feel like this is a scenario where you had to be there, or because I didn't film. I failed. I did not film. It's one of those you had to be there scenarios, because then Jeremy could give a full, accurate evaluation on the situation, and we could really determine if it was profiling, regular profiling, or Guapo just overreacting. I don't know. but I definitely don't think that I would like risk or like gamble a $25,000 sale that's beyond money right now. And when I say beyond money, guys, I'm saying that this is beyond a profit. I'm not worried about my profit. I'm worried about selling the property to get it off my back, so I don't have anything on my back or on my shoulders when I make this transition to Florida. So
what did the buyer have to say about the interaction?
They don't understand English that well, so they both just literally sat there, did not say anything. And it was just, I'm telling you, man, it was a very, very uncomfortable situation for me, you know, because
Rosie has a message for you. Read Rosie's message.
Yeah.
maybe I just needed a hug. Who knows? All that. All I know is nothing. Take a breath because he's getting under your skin. Breathe melons for life. Yeah, for sure, Rosie, and for sure, everybody else in the chat. I love you guys so much. I called it. I was like, before I'm going to make this story, I'm going to get hot because this is today. This was today, and now I'm held up. You know, because that's the true reason, guys, why I'm not in Florida right now filming with Jeremy is because I was waiting here to sell my building. I determined it's a better business move to stay in my city to get rid of that property and make the final transition than going over there and risking that. So
let's clarify. Discrimination is real. Okay. So there's no doubt discrimination is real, and it goes way beyond race and color. It can be north, south, east, west. It can be male, female, you name it. It can be anywhere.
Absolutely.
It can be profession. It can be profession. You're a reseller. I'm not a reseller. It can be YouTuber versus YouTuber. It could be anything, right? But there are times, and I want to be clear on this too, because there are times where discrimination is perceived, and don't misinterpret me. I'm not placing this upon Guapo right now. But there are times where discrimination is perceived and it doesn't exist. Now, I can give proof of that every single day on What the Hales, because when I say George is Egyptian, now I understand context of why I have to say it. George's own father asked her all the time, why does Jeremy always say you're Egyptian? You guys probably already know the answer. Why do I always address that issue in every video?
I mean, I think that you do, because I think that racial profiling and like profiling in general are definitely misinterpreted more than ever in this world right now. So that means that it's definitely existent and people definitely misinterpret it a lot. So I definitely 100%
Okay, guys, Conky, why do I always say she's Egyptian? I'm curious if you guys know.
I'm just gonna. I'm kind of make a joke at this because everybody thinks she's Asian.
There you go. That's the only reason. The most common sense is the most common answer. Common sense answer is the answer.
I didn't hear your question.
It is the number one question that we get, and we cannot answer questions anymore. We can like and heart and read, but it is a nonstop job to answer questions. We would be on the computer 24 hours a day. And it's the number one question we get is George Asian? Every single video I answer the question, George is Egyptian. Now we get people who are stupid. And now who's discriminating now? Me. I'm outright calling them stupid because what they do is they misinterpret the communication. They perceive, because I call the person that I'm with Egyptian, that it's discrimination, and they write nasty, nasty messages. How dare you? Every video I watch, you're such a discriminant. You're a racist. You're a this. You're a that. No, you're a fool. You literally, if you are viewing that and you're misinterpreting it. Now, remember, communication's at the mercy of the listener. If you are viewing my videos and you don't see how much I love George, and you're going, okay, Jeremy is a racist, that's why he calls her Egyptian. You've completely misinterpreted that, and that is completely and totally wrong, saying that Jeremy's discriminatory, he's racist, he's whatever it is. And if they could do the same thing, if she calls me a vanilla grandpa, they could go, yep, Jeremy or George is racist. And they do. They say that too. So you can take that whole concept and go, all right, this is discrimination or this is racism. And it's not. It literally is not. It is somebody being a snowflake, being oversensitive, overreactionary, taking everything out of context, and going, I'm going to put these words into Jeremy's mouth to make them mean this, or I'm going to put these words in George's mouth and make them mean this, when that intention is not there at all. At all. George and I love each other. We joke about each other. We have sarcasm. We love sarcasm. And there is no intention of discrimination or racism whatsoever. But that does not stop the ill-perceived and the incorrectly perceived discrimination and racism that we get on a daily basis. I say it because it's the number one question we get. And the number two is her real name.
Yeah, I definitely agree. The racism thing, there's two things. It's definitely realistic, and people definitely like deal with it. And the second thing is people definitely blow it out of context. People definitely. It's a shame that we live in a world that a lot of people do use that as an outlet and an escape, and and you're wrong for that, because a lot of people in this world definitely are experiencing it. So it's definitely nothing to play with. But like I said, Guapo, they're trying to come back and try to get the building cheaper. Yeah, no, I don't know what's gonna happen, guys.
You might end up selling it for 30 grand cash.
I hope that's what I was thinking. I was thinking like maybe I might be able to sell it for 30 grand, but I was just so happy to get it off. I was just I didn't have to go through the selling process, man. In order for me to sell a property, I have to be in this state. So it's really crappy, man. It's a crappy situation. So hopefully they call me tomorrow and
an Egyptian in the house.
We can get it done.
There's gonna be a discrimination comment on Conky's video now because I said that. So
so annoying, man. Annoying. But
So on a better note, today's my 32nd wedding anniversary.
Nice, congratulations, Conky.
And I happen to have here I guess it's a wedding picture. Does anybody want to see it or no?
Type of pineapples in the chat, guys, if you want to see it.
Yourself.
I got to see pineapples in the chat and all.
Pineapple storage legends.
I want to see melons. I want to see melons on the screen right now.
Melons or pineapples?
I want to see melons storage.
I'm going to go about melons too. Melons are pretty good too. So I don't know.
Pineapples.
We need a bunch. We need a bunch.
Right, you show it. Should we go full screen?
Full screen yourself, Conky. Full screen yourself.
Let's do it.
I don't know if you can see.
Whoa!
Dang, Conky, you look like yourself.
That looks like a 70s
porn.
Who
is that stud?
Look at that stash.
Look at that stash.
Like a Cabbage Patch doll.
Conky, that wasn't long enough. Full screen yourself again. We gotta see that again.
Who's this? Richard Pryor?
Is that Tom Selleck?
Look at that 70s stash.
Who is this? Tom Hanks?
Even though that was the late 80s.
What were you cleaning with that push broom there, Conky?
All right, I know why you wanted that.
Yo, we roasted him, man.
Now somebody's gonna say we just discriminated Conky.
Right. You're a Conky discriminator.
There is a name.
Oh, Rob froze up.
There's a name for that type of mustache, Conky.
Yeah,
yes, there is.
That's why I shaved it off, because it's. But back when I had this, I mean, that was the in thing. You know what I mean? And then I had the goatee, and I looked too much like a badass, so I had to shave that off.
That's awesome.
We got packages out today, so that's good.
That is awesome. 32 years, Conky. What's the key to success?
I want to know this.
Well,
dude, I want to know how a huge jug of water always appears from your wall.
Yes, wife.
Thursday.
Dude, it does. You guys reference the other episodes on Conky's channel. It definitely does appear at least once during the episode.
There he goes.
Can we get a melon, please?
Yes.
I'm actually kind of thirsty. I wish a water would appear right here, right now for me too. If one does.
Let's see if one does. So Conky, you keep getting stuff late, man. That sucks. You didn't go. I didn't go either, though, so don't feel bad.
Oh, you didn't?
No, thank God you didn't go, dude, because I didn't go either.
I got that text at like 3:30. And anytime I had another guy I was texting today, and he said he sent me his address like 3 times, and it never. I finally had to call him. So, what's your address, dude? I can't get it.
Right.
He has an iPhone too. It seems like anybody that texts me with an iPhone, it's a hit or miss.
Right.
So I don't know. I was telling Jeremy today. I think I'm gonna try to keep my phone, but go to like Verizon or something.
Yeah, you need to go to Verizon. I have Verizon. It's not that bad. I mean, I don't know, man. I've been paying Verizon for the past couple like months, probably almost about a year now, and like I paid the most that I've ever paid. You know, I usually just do a prepaid phone, even money every day. I mean, every month, just boom, $50, $50. But yeah, sometimes your service is important.
I had Sprint. Sprint sucks. Verizon's better.
Yeah.
Oh, you had both.
Sprint sucks. Verizon's way better.
Why don't you got Verizon, Rob?
I think he does.
I went to Verizon. I'm the only person that's got reception in the hotel.
But
Wow.
See, I like this phone because it can do this. One's the battery, one's the phone.
Yeah.
I can charge the phone. I can charge the battery while I'm using the phone and go back and grab the battery and put it back on.
That's kind of cool. That's actually really cool.
I can put projectors on there. I can put printers on there, extra cameras, all kinds of crap on there. And
yeah, Metro TCS, as I heard, is all right. I like Page Plus. Page Plus was good, man. I should honestly go back to Page Plus because Page Plus uses Verizon towers. So,
okay.
Yeah, I've been reselling like a maniac, man.
Maniac.
This is what I sold today. I sold it was a very, very, very serious deal. I went to go and I met with a buddy, and he's like getting into vintage, and he wants a bunch of like, you know, and I have like high class clients, you know, like honestly, because these people, there's certain people like World of Warcraft collectors, you know, Dungeons and Dragon collectors. You know, there's certain people that collect certain things that demand a lot higher funds to, you know, kind of fund their collection, you know. So this guy, he said basically that he just wants a bunch of like items that'll be worth a lot in the future. So dude, I made a $2,700 deal today.
Nice.
I gave him the Pete Rose baseball that me and Rob found. I gave him 2 LeBron James rookie cards that are PSA graded 10. I gave him a bunch of Space Jam dead stock toys. I gave him a bunch of dead stock Pokemon figures. I gave him just and a couple other like couple vintage t-shirts, you know, and yeah, and the deal went through, and yeah.
Nice sale, man.
Yeah. Wow. Let me I sold him a sign. Let me see if I could. Yeah, right here. I sold him a sign.
Get swamped. Robert Zabo.
I sold a sign today. That was the sign that he put up in his kid's room.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Guapo, how do you feel about Robert Zabo, auctioneer extraordinaire, going to go see some, I don't know, roughly 7 or 8 gators being captured this Sunday?
Oh, Rob, be careful. I don't know.
Can you give him some pointers?
Keep your head away from the cage.
Keep your head away from the gator's head.
That's my number one pointer right there. Is keep no, your hands are fine. Your hands are fine. Keep your head.
Okay.
Keep your head away from the fence. Okay. And don't go through the gator's den at night.
Yes. Yes.
Two great pointers right there.
That sounds like
That
good
was crazy when that
good
croc
advice.
went after Robbie.
Good advice. Good advice.
And don't listen to any advice Robbie gives you. Everything that Robbie says to you, double think it.
Oh, I love it.
Because there might be a gator around the corner.
Robbie would be like, yeah, let's go walk through this at night. Oh, there's a crocodile.
Yeah. Robbie say, hey, Guapo, go grab this around the corner. And I'll go around the corner. It's like a huge tarantula or something, dude. Like,
Robbie almost lost a leg. That was awesome.
So you think it's bad that I'm ditching my family and going to see Jeremy?
No.
You're going to have the time of your life.
I cannot believe we did that.
Yeah, I'm going to throw them on the plane and then go see Jeremy.
Nice.
What do you think, Guapo?
Oh, I can't wait.
You have fun?
Yeah, he's gonna have a great time. I think I'm coming. When's that?
So Rob is going with me and Robbie to Gatorland's Gator Palooza on Saturday. Sunday, we're doing Gators with Robbie. Monday, the fence goes in with the neighbors.
I can't wait. They better not give us any problems, especially me, because I ain't going to take it.
Rob, you better tell them.
I'll go back to Florida.
Tell them,
That's right.
Rob.
If you guys are out there listening right now, that's right. Auctioneer extraordinaire is coming down, and he ain't taking nothing.
Hey, this is what Rob would do. This is what Rob would do.
Show him, Guapo.
Stone Cold Stunner.
Remember.
Hey, if anybody knows, Second Sense knows.
That's right. Cold Stone Stunner, 24/7, baby.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Rob is Levy County.
I'm coming, dude. I'm coming. I don't know if this guy's gonna call, man.
So we're gonna drive back to Ohio on Tuesday. That's the plan right now.
Yes, Jeremy and I, 17 hours straight, YouTube challenge. Can we make it back to Ohio in one day?
It'd be awesome.
Are you guys driving?
Because I gotta clear out the warehouse, which I know everybody's got questions about the warehouse in Maryland.
Oh, I'm going to that auction. There better be something good left for me.
Dude, there's no auction. It's just they're selling.
Hales, yeah, we're driving.
Wait, who's selling? Who? Patience?
Yeah, Patience and Christian are just selling everything for $1.
What?
We're selling everything.
Everything.
One money.
Shelves, furniture, bookcases.
Man, can I go? I'm going. No, nope. I'm going. No, I'm just saying. Guapo, go.
First of all, you need to fly out tomorrow, Guapo. Meet us in Florida. Conky, come on down to Florida.
Where? Okay. What airport?
Orlando.
I thought you said Tampa was closer.
We're gonna be in Orlando. On Sunday.
Orlando.
So on Sunday,
Gatorland's 26 minutes from Orlando.
Guys, what do you think? Should I go out? We gotta ask the people.
Can you imagine if we both flew down there, Guapo, all four of us had to drive back? And
Dude, that'd be.
I have a meeting on
video,
Tuesday,
actually.
man. I literally have to be back on Tuesday. There's no way I can't drive back, but I can come for the weekend.
Flippin' Adventures just asked if I found a twin for Ramses. Guys, I found a twin for Ramses, and I almost drove to Orlando today. That's an easy 2-hour drive. And oh man, I deleted it. I hate.
Oh my gosh, there's a flight, Jeremy. There's a flight.
Yeah, of course there is. There always is. So here's the deal. I found the perfect truck. It is the twin to Ramses. And I'm going to show it to you guys. But the issue with it is I had the sales rep. I had the sales rep go and take a look at it for me before I made the drive.
Do I go, guys?
And he sent me a video back. All right, check this out. This is Ramsey's twin. Here's the cool thing. This actually is lifted already, just like Ramsey's. So we've found Ramsey's twin here in Orlando.
Wow, that does look like him.
It is exactly the same, lifted, oversized tires. So exactly the same, right? Running boards are a little different. Tires are a little bit, rims are a little different, but it is Ramsey's twin here in Florida. So I was getting on the road today. I was going to drive down, and I was like, all right, I'm driving 2 hours, going to go test drive this thing. Then I'm going to come back 2 hours. And then I called the sales guy, and I was like, hey, can you just check it for me before I make a 2-hour trip? And he checks it, and he makes a video for me. He opens the door. He goes, whoa, that smells like smoke. And so he says that in the video, and I'm like, hey, was this owned by a smoker? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh my goodness. It's like, I'm not going to buy a smoker truck. He goes, well, I can tell the team to put an ionizer in it. I'm like, all right, put an ionizer in it. Let me know what happens. So found the perfect twin, literally the perfect twin, but smoker, unfortunately.
Dude, I would have to come back Monday at 7:10 a.m.
Hey, Jeremy, when I bought my silver Outback, the one that you've seen me driving several times,
Yeah,
that thing was smoked in so heavily that you get in it and you make you want to throw up. You can get the smoke out. It takes about 3 weeks, but you can get all the smell out.
how'd you do it?
I scrubbed the seats and the carpeting. I think it's vinegar and water on the
What?
the carpeting after I scrubbed it, and then I took some of those plug-in air fresheners, just the bottle of it, and I tossed 4 of them under the seats for a month. And by the time I was done, you could not tell that car had ever been smoked in.
Really?
With leather interior, it's even easier because the leather interior scrubs up better. At the time, that car, it's got leather now, but at the time it had cloth seats, and it was even worse. But
So basically, if I buy it, I should bring it up to you and pay you to clean it and see if you can get it out.
I could get it out. Yeah, I would do a video of getting the smell out of it for you.
I mean, that could be a bargaining tool for me too, and go, listen, you're trying to sell me a smoker vehicle. It's not as worth as much as you're asking. I'm going to have to spend all this money to get the smoke smell out.
Yeah, but you can get it out.
Jeremy, what do you think?
I think you should fly to Orlando.
But do I leave Monday at 7:10 a.m.?
Might have to if you can't drive back with us.
Damn. That means that like all of Monday, that means I'm going to leave early Monday.
Monday's going to be some of the most fun, putting the fence up, getting the tractor, pushing the rest of the crap over on Susie's property, putting the fence up.
That's going to be the most fun. Man, I'm going to just, what do you think, man? I'm scared.
You know what I think? You should fly to Florida. It's so cheap.
It is. It's $235.
And it's only that because you didn't book it out far enough. But if you book it out and within a couple weeks, $75 round trip.
That's honestly like not bad. $235 round trip.
Even
for
then,
this, for like tomorrow, like that's pretty cheap.
I don't think that's bad at all, me personally, but
I'm scared.
You scared of the neighbors?
No, I'm scared about making a spontaneous decision.
Making a trip out. So you guys want to know about Maryland? What's going on with that?
Tell me.
So, what was that, Conky?
Tell us. Give us an update.
Tell me.
All right. First and foremost, my lease at the warehouse It expired at the end of April. Okay, so my leased contract expired. So anytime a contract expires, and I had a 1-year lease agreement, and you don't have anything in paper, legally a lease goes what, Conky?
Well, it goes inactive unless it has an automatic renewal clause in the lease.
Anytime you don't renew a lease and you're still there, it goes month to month.
Yeah.
So month to month is the lease. I'm still in there. I've been locked out for over a year. We go into court, and I already have found out that she has the property under contract. Now, remember, my lease is expired. She does not have to lease to me in June. They want me out immediately. My lawyers come back and go, hey, they're going to drop their charges, her claims. They're not charges, her claims. Remember, she brought me into this. I should have never, ever, ever been brought into this. This is a battle between Brian and Marilyn. And like a fool, she brought me into it. Okay. And so they said, if you'll get out, she'll drop her claims against you. And I told my lawyers, she doesn't have any claims anymore. She settled with Brian. And as part of Brian's settlement, he keeps all rent that was collected on the building. There are no claims. There's no claim. She never had a biased claim as it was anyway. So she already had settled with Brian. They signed the paperwork. She doesn't have a claim against me anymore. She signed it away. She never had a valid claim anyway. So really what it was is them going, well, if you get out of the building now, we're not going to sue you for $25,000. Well, you're not suing me anymore anyway. You already, they're trying to play the game. You already settled with Brian. So my lawyers come back and go, hey, your lease is expired. The judge actually is talking about actually forcing you out, evicting you, doing a formal eviction if you don't agree to move out. And he goes, and if he does that, he's talking, you got to be out this week. And I said, that's interesting because I'm still locked out. I said, so you can formally evict me, but I still can't get out of the building. And they went back and told the judge that, and judge agreed. And so they came back and said, how much time do you need? I said, I live in Florida now. And I live in Florida because of Marilyn. I had to reestablish an entire business in another state because of what she did to me. So you need to go tell the judge I had to spend $500,000 to reestablish a business in another state because of what she did to me. And I haven't even built a building yet. That's with no building. I've already had to spend that much. So they come back and go, how much time do you need? I said, I need 90 days. They went, no way. And the reason why they said no way is because Marilyn has the building under contract pending that she actually resolves these legal issues. So usually that's a 90-day contract. It has to be resolved. So she has a time frame of when she has to get this done or the building doesn't sell. So I told my lawyers, I said, listen, this is a time game now. We're just going to, we got to stay in as long as until her pending contract expires. And they go, well, if you don't make an agreement, the judge is going to force you out by the end of the week. And I went, again, still, I can't get out. I don't have a key. So they came back and they said, all right. They said no to 90 days. I said, okay, 60 days. And they said, no. They said no to 60 days. They said they want you out by the end of the month. And I said, listen, I'm not going to be out by the end of the month. You go in there and you get as much time as you can. And they agreed upon June 7th. So now we know the contract, they have to have the legalities all done by June 7th or roughly around there for the sale of the property to actually go through. So I made my lawyers, I said, that's fine. I'll be out by June 7th. But number one, I'm not dropping any of my claims against Marilyn. Nothing. I am having my jury trial. Number two, I have to have a key. Number three, the power has to be turned on. Number four, the plumbing has to be turned on. This is an unsafe environment for me and my employees. So my lawyers go back in and the judge forces her to give me a key and to turn the utilities back on. Now, here's the crazy thing. I didn't think it was going to happen. So in the judge decree, I had my lawyers put in the judge decree in a reasonable amount of time. And if it doesn't happen in a reasonable amount of time, I don't budge. I don't move. In 2 days, the power was back on. In 2 days, I have a key. There is no plumbing yet. If that plumbing isn't turned back on, now I can already tell you those pipes are all burst underneath because nobody maintained them. Brian didn't maintain them. If the plumbing is not back on, I don't vacate the building. I already know the pipes are burst. I already know they're broken. So the plumbing is not back on. I have power. I have a key. There's going to be no plumbing because the pipes are going to be burst and the building is going to flood underneath. Maryland has no clue about that. I'm still not going to vacate the property because the plumbing isn't turned on. So my locks are going to maintain on the doors. So I have locked legally. I have locked the doors on the inside so that even with her key, she can't get in to protect my property. Now, I'm still removing everything, but my locks will not be removed and she will not be able to have the plumbing up. So hopefully that takes her contract void, but we still go back to court September 13th. So Brian and Marilyn are completely out with their battle now. Brian has nothing to do with this anymore. They settled. She paid Brian $2,000 on top of he gets to keep all the rent money that was paid by the tenants, me included. Okay. So they have settled. He got $2,000 on top of all rent. Anything that was paid when they were in a business partnership, it all went to Brian. And then he got $2,000 on top of that. Marilyn should have never brought me into this. Marilyn had no idea who she was starting a fight with. And she started a fight with somebody who's now ready to go to war. And so now we go to a jury. The judges asked me multiple times, will you please give up your right to a jury trial? And I said, absolutely not. We filed motion on media request to actually film the entire trial. The judge has not actually decreed whether he's going to allow that to happen. But my lawyer feels like it's not going to happen. So they have claimed that I have turned this entire thing into a circus. Now, my whole part of this is if I turned it into a circus, who's the ringmaster? I should have never, ever, ever been a part of this. Marilyn could have been receiving rent for the entire year that I was locked out of the building. She still should be receiving rent from me. She should have sold the building with receiving rent to me. She would have got more money because it was actually a income producing piece of property. So I have agreed, which is going to look great in front of the jury. I have agreed now that I have a key and utilities to move out of the property. She has to have all utilities. That's power and water. The water will not be working. That also means she has to pay thousands of dollars for the back fees that she didn't pay in the electric and the water. So now that's costing her more money that she didn't want to pay that she was just going to pass on to the next building owner. So Brian's lawyer comes out of it. Brian told me this later. Brian calls me and he goes, my lawyer, the very first thing he said is, he said, that Jeremy Hales is an effing pain in the A. And Brian goes, what are you talking about? He goes, Jeremy will not agree to anything, and he's only doing it for a YouTube video. And Brian goes, Jeremy fought more for my rights and for my cause than you did. You're fired. I will never use you again. And so that's exactly what I did when I resolved everything with Marilyn. Part of she had to drop all claims. She had to settle with Brian. Brian's completely and totally out of this now. So I made sure Brian was protected in all of this. And so lawyers, lawyers get paid big money. They just want to go in and they don't necessarily want it to go to court, but if they go to court to make more money, they want to settle it in a pretrial. And I will not agree to settle it. That's why Brian's lawyer is mad, because I won't let bygones be bygones. I want my day in court and I want to film it because Marilyn started a fight and I'm ready to go to war.
Dude,
so
you're smart. I mean, you're handling it so many different ways, dude. I just really don't feel like I feel like she's like definitely at the end of all this gonna feel like, dang, I should have just, took the easy route and did what was right,
So Christian and I were actually listening to her and her lawyer outside of the judge's chambers. Her lawyer was going through all her finances with her because I'm taking her to court on September 13th for lost income and damages. So she was going out. She's like, okay, I owe $80,000 on this piece of property and this and this and this. And she was going through everything. Basically, in a nutshell, she has to prepare herself to lose in court. So I can win in court, But I will never see a penny. Even if I win, I will never see a penny. And I know that. It is not about seeing a penny. It is about the principle of the illegal activities, what she did, and how it affected my business. Now, I was able to adapt my business and make money elsewhere. That doesn't negate her responsibility of what she did to me or the consequences of what she did to me. She negatively affected my business model. 2 employees were no longer working because of what she did. And everybody now wants to know, well, what's going to happen with Christian and Patience? Christian and Patience are going to be continued on as long as they possibly can, as long as the business is profitable. So we're going to have to adapt and overcome, just like we always do. Just like I did when I got locked out. Adapt, overcome, find other ways to make an income. So she's still responsible. And this is like when people comment on our property, our property battles with the neighbors. They're like, you should just gift it. Oh, how you're so petty. You turn that finger around on Brian.
Right. Like they're in their situation,
okay,
or they would do it better.
Yeah, so I should go into court and just forgive Marilyn. I should just go, all right, go do this to 20 more people, because 20 more people aren't going to survive this like I can. I was able to adapt and overcome and survive. 20 other people would have lost their entire business and they would have been unemployed, and other people would be unemployed, just like I had 2 employees that were unemployed because of it. They feared what was happening. They feared what Marilyn was doing, and they no longer felt comfortable to work. It wasn't that I let them go. They feared what Marilyn was doing. She induced fear into those employees to where they did not feel comfortable coming to work anymore. And they felt that they were going to get arrested because the police were there all the time. And all that fear-based stuff. So, I am not going to gift property to people that it's so foolish that people think that I should just gift my boundaries and my property to people. And I think it's also foolish that people think, all right, she's a little old lady, just be done with it. And no, I'm not going to be done with it. She's going to do this to more people if she doesn't learn her lesson and if she's not held responsible for it. I can let it go, but I'm not going to let it go. I can forgive her, but forgiveness doesn't mean that there aren't still consequences to what she did. She illegally locked me out, affected my business, turned off utilities, and I want her held accountable for the principle of that. Has nothing to do with money. She will be sued for that amount of money, but it has nothing to do with me actually receiving a penny. I will never, ever receive a penny. Ever.
So for the people that are watching, though, Jeremy, you mean that you will never receive a penny in profit, correct? Because the money that you receive if you win your lawsuit is just going straight to the business that you've lost.
Conky, answer that one.
You can win a lawsuit, but collecting on it is a completely different animal. What she's going to do when she sells this building, the first thing she's going to do is she's either going to hide the money or file for bankruptcy protection. So that if and when Jeremy wins his lawsuit, which he will, he won't get it. I mean, literally, there will be nothing to. Here's what happens when you win a lawsuit. Everybody thinks that you get paid on the way out of court. When you win a lawsuit, it's up to you to get the money from the person who owes it to you. And so they give you what's called a judgment. What are you suing her for, Jeremy?
Over $1 million in lost income and damages.
Well, let's say Jeremy gets a $1 million judgment. Now he has a piece of paper in his hand that says, by court decree, that woman over there owes this guy over here $1 million. The smartest thing he can do with that, as soon as he gets it, is sell it. Sell it to somebody for $5,000, $10,000, whatever he can get. Sell it to a third party and be done with it, because he's never going to see a dime of the money otherwise.
I swear, guys. I mean, dude, you learn something new every day. Everybody that's watching, guys, I wake up every morning and it's just a beautiful thing how the mind just expands every day and you just learn something new every day. Now Conky just brought to light something that Guapo had no idea about. It blows my mind that I can sell a piece of paper that demands some debt from another individual to another individual. I just feel like that just Man, I just
You know,
there's just some things in the world that just like I would just never understand, dude. It's crazy.
It's literally called paper. That's what they call it in the trade, buying paper.
It's all principle based from here on out. It's holding her accountable to what she did. I'll never see a penny of it, but it's holding her accountable. It literally is just being a major pain to her because of what she did to my business and keeping her accountable to what she did. I will not go away. Now, remember, and I think this is the most important thing, and I say this from a point of view that I know I have 100 comments on YouTube right now going, Jeremy, you stir up trouble everywhere you go. Jeremy, you're the problem. Jeremy.
Yeah, Jeremy, quit stirring up trouble.
Yeah. Listen, I keep to myself. Marilyn did this to me.
That's BS.
I bought property in Otter Creek. I bought property with 2 undisclosed encroachments. The sellers did this to me. You would have never seen any of this if they would have properly surveyed their property, took care of the encroachments, and would have sold it they would have sold it the right way. Now, everybody's going to go, well, Jeremy, you should have had a survey done beforehand. Well, we need to get here done in enough time, and we did do the survey. So we knew we could fix it afterwards, but we needed to be here in a certain amount of time to establish a business. So never in a million years did we ever think we were going to be in property and encroachment issues. Never in a million years did we ever think we were going to be in Maryland issues. But here's the one thing you do need to understand. If you're making good money, and we do well, okay, we do well. That's just a reality. I'm not trying to be arrogant and I know sometimes my confidence is misinterpreted as arrogance. I think these guys can tell you I don't know. I'm probably arrogant sometimes, but majority of the time I'm just an idiot having a bunch of fun goofing around.
Well, I mean, sometimes you deserve to be arrogant. Sometimes arrogance comes with a lot of, you work hard, man. I mean, is it ever okay to be arrogant? No, but sometimes you kind of,
Jeremy,
when you're the man, Jeremy, you're the man. Be the man, Jeremy.
It's like
be the melon, Jeremy.
What you say is how it's taken. Okay, if you're trying to get a point across where the listener has to understand that you come from a position of authority, sometimes it's important to convey that in terms of how well you do with what you do.
I just feel like as soon as I move to Florida, Jeremy will take over the world. Don't worry, everybody.
It'll be fun.
The world will be taken over here shortly.
President Jeremy, but go ahead.
So, all these issues with Marilyn should have never started a fight with me. And the reality is she never knew who she was starting a fight with. She didn't know she was starting a fight with somebody who was somewhat successful as a businessman. She didn't know she was starting a fight with somebody who had a worldwide watched YouTube channel. And she had no clue. And this blows her mind, and her lawyer's mind is so old school that this whole thing on YouTube is just so foreign to them. They hate it, which makes me love it even more that they hate it. And you sell a piece of property to a person and you sell it with 2 known encroachments. You don't disclose those encroachments. There's all kinds of issues. And then you go, well, I'm the victim. The sellers are going, I'm the victim. I'm a victim because he's a YouTuber. And we wish you never moved in. Okay, well, if you wish I never moved in, number one, you should have never sold me the property. But you wanted the money, and you should have sold the property appropriately. Now, it can also sound like I'm saying I'm the victim. I'm the victim of Maryland. I'm the victim of the sellers in Otter Creek. I'm not trying to play the victim game. What I'm trying to say is a lot of times when there's money involved, there will be problems that, Biggie said it best, guys. You know that. More money, more problems. And so,
yeah.
So there is that aspect of there is I'm trying to figure out how to say this the most appropriate way. If there is money and income, problems are going to pursue that. Okay, whether it be Mitch breaking into the warehouse, theft, whether it be, I mean, here in Otter Creek, they are trying to price gouge me. Twice they've tried to price gouge me just for water. The water is $22.50 a month. The very first bill they sent me was $50. They made it up out of the air. They sent me a second bill for $66.50. They made it up out of the air. I went down to town hall. I confronted them with a camera in their face, and went, "What's going on?" And man, let me tell you, it's a great video. You're not going to see the video though, because I confronted them in their face. And
you're not going to see the video though, guys.
My substitute George will tell you. I told her beforehand. I was like, this is too much. I'm dealing with the neighbor right now. I got all this going on. I was like, this is too much. I can't even deal with this right now. I was like, I don't want to do this. But then I told her, I was like, we have to. This is principle based. We have to. And I went, you're filming. Just keep on the faces. And when I went and actually pushed them in town hall, they corrected it. And this is what I did with them in town hall. I went, because you corrected this issue, I will not ever show this on YouTube because you did the right thing. You did the right thing. And it was told to me at that point in time, I don't ever want to be on YouTube. And I said, don't ever do anything like this to me again. Live your life with integrity, and you'll never have an opportunity to be on YouTube. I mean, that's just the reality of it. But I have to run a camera nonstop to protect myself. I mean, they're trying to gouge me for water. For water. I mean,
there's a number of people in the chat.
Man, my water is starting to smell like how your water used to smell. Literally. Like literally. I don't know what happened. It's so weird because I've lived 26 years of not smelling or dealing with the water like that. I go to the ranch. It's not like a huge, insane deal, but like I come back home and like here we are a month and a half later, and my house now has like a water thing. So it's like, I just don't understand. What do I do with that, Conky? I was thinking about just calling the city, right?
We haven't drunk our water. I mean, look, I haven't drunk our water in this house for 10 years. But mine is literally.
Kristen, is there a water thing local that's going on, Kristen Williams? Let me see.
Yeah, it could have a chlorine odor to it. Jeremy, a number of people in the chat are saying, why don't you put a lien on her property?
Because I have no legal grounds to actually put a lien on the warehouse. That's why.
If you were suing her over something that the warehouse was the center of, you could put what's called a lis pendus.
I don't know what's going on.
A lawsuit. But without, since you're just suing her for damages, that doesn't.
Yeah, so I have no legal grounds to place a lien on her property. But
now,
the whole thing moving forward is just because of the principle of what she did.
Yeah, you would need a judgment to do that. And, then she would need property with equity in it at that point.
Which I guarantee you, her lawyer is telling her, do this, do this, do this, do this. They're getting ready for a judgment on my behalf. And she's going to be prepped so that I never see a penny. And I don't care. I mean, I'm saying this point blank to you guys. I don't care that I ever see a penny from Marilyn. This is not about money from Marilyn. This is about holding her accountable for what she did to me. Holding her accountable to what she did, and she induced fear into my employees, and now they don't have a job. That's what it's about. So now she started a fight and a war I'm not willing to give up because I don't want her to do it to anybody else. I don't want people in Otter Creek to take over other people's land and use it for selling meth or use it and turn it into a junkyard. I don't believe that's good stewardship of God's creation. I don't want other people in Otter Creek to sit there and go, I'm going to sell property with known encroachments when it's illegal. I don't want people to do these dumb things to other people. And if nobody holds them accountable, and if we just go, oh, Jeremy, just Jeremy, you have 70 acres. Just gift it to them. Okay, I'm going to spend $6,000 more on another survey to subparcel a piece of land to gift it for what they did is wrong. So what you just did is went, okay, it's okay what you did. No consequences. This is our culture now. Nobody's held accountable for any of their consequences or for any of their actions. And I don't agree with that at all. I believe in consequences. You do good things, you get rewarded. You do bad things, there are consequences to it. And so, you know, and a lot of our viewers, I understand where they're coming from. And I don't agree with our current culture mindset and thought. I pure and simple, I don't. I don't believe you get something for free. I believe you work hard for it. Now, if I want to gift it, that's up to me to actually gift it for free. But I don't believe in this, let's give, because what it's become, our culture is let me get. And then what we do is we enable people to not do what they need to do to actually get. And then we rely on people like me who are givers. And then givers have no boundaries and they keep giving and giving and giving and giving and giving. And we have to pull back and to sit there and go, oh man, well, you should just let I know a lot of the viewers don't hold to the mindset of a lot of the things that I'm talking about right now in the comments that I see on a daily basis. And you have to put yourself in my shoes. I see death threats every day. I see you're the biggest blankety blank 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 I've ever seen. You're the most blankety blank blank blank. I want to kill you. I want to.
You know, what was the third blankety in that?
There are so many. But that's part of putting your life out on YouTube. And they sit there and think, I can't even comprehend somebody's mind going, how dare you? How dare you tell them to get their garbage off of your property? They've been using it for this many years. Yeah, how dare I tell somebody to get their garbage off of my property? You Yankee, go back up north where you belong and don't try and change our ways. Wait, don't make you do what's legal and right? I mean, come on. How has our culture got to a point where we think, well, we can just do whatever we want to anybody and anything, and that's right. And that is our culture. What I think is right is right. That means you eliminate absolute truth. Absolute truth is truth, all right? Absolute truth is like absolute truth. I'm getting into philosophy with you guys, and that is not what I do on YouTube at all. But
go for it, Jeremy.
Absolute truth is absolute. You cannot make an absolute truth not absolute. Now what we have is a cultural relative truth. Truth is relative to me. Truth is whatever I want it to be. I think it's okay for me to put all of my garbage and use somebody else's property without their permission. That's my truth. That's what I've manifested, which I think is an absolutely ridiculous concept. That's what I've manifested. Therefore, it's okay. No, it's not okay. Absolute truth is, I mean, you guys can talk about all kinds of absolute truths. Gravity is an absolute truth. You can sit there and go, all right, the sun is shining, and you can go, no light comes from the sun. That's relative truth. No light comes from the sun because I don't think light comes from the sun. I'm sorry. Absolute truth is light comes from the sun. So absolute truth says light comes from the sun. Relative truth goes, I don't think light comes from the sun. Therefore, light doesn't come from the sun. We live in this entire culture that goes, well, I think this is right, and therefore that's my right. And your right is okay for your right, but it's not okay for my right. And don't tell me how to do my right because my right's my right. No, there are laws. There are absolutes. This is respectful. This is how you treat people. This is how you do things. And Maryland broke those laws. And my neighbors broke those laws. And yes, I'm a giving individual. But they pushed it too far, and they're going to do it to other people. That's the issue. It is not about money with me. The issue is these people are going to get away with as much as they can and do it to other people. I can absorb the cost. I can pay my lawyer and I can absorb the cost and I'll be fine. Other people will be put out of work. They need to feed their family. And people like Marilyn are going to destroy their family by what she does. And who's going to hold her accountable? And I got way too passionate, and I'm talking about too many philosophical things here tonight on AA. And I'll stop now because I was on the box.
Well, Jeremy, anytime you want, buddy. My channel is your channel. How's that?
Most of the viewers probably already clicked out anyway. They're like, all right, Jeremy's not joking around anymore.
No, we're still, we got, it says 489.
They're actually watching?
Yeah.
Wow. I would have clicked out on me.
Really?
I wasn't being entertaining anymore. I was talking philosophy.
Some people just want to hear something different.
And I mean, you guys know, I talk business with you guys off camera. The viewers aren't used to me not goofing around and joking around, but you guys know I'm business off camera. They're not used to it though.
Well, you know, to the viewers, yes, when you see us get together, we cut up and have a good time on video. And we do that off camera too. We have just as good a time, but there are times where we get into stuff like this, and this is the subject of a conversation for hours for us.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
You know?
it's a beautiful thing to have relationships and friendships with people that can you know, you guys can, I mean, well, we, not you guys, we can, you know, bounce off each other's ideas and kind of like open each other's minds to look at things different ways. And it's beautiful. It really is. There's nothing, there's nothing like it, you know, there's nothing like it. You know, for an example, we talked about the situation earlier and we kind of broke it down to the point that there was something wrong, but it might not be what I interpreted or what I initially made it, you know, seem. So, you know, it's beautiful. You know, and there's a lot of times, you know, me and Jeremy will talk about things and me and, you know, me and Conky and before we will have a different mindset after the conversation is done. And that's the good thing about talking and letting out your emotions.
I want to leave the world a better place than when I entered it. I want to have some kind of impact.
You are literally copying off of what I say, Jeremy.
Oh, I mean, we're in the same mindset.
That's a Guapo quote, Jeremy.
We're in the same mindset, and I don't want these people to get away doing these things to other people. And
no, yeah, and you know, and that's your main concern, right?
It's never about money. It's not, and it's about accountability.
Because wouldn't the care? What's her name? Marilyn. Wouldn't Marilyn just, you know, if she got away with it this time, she'll just turn around and do it to the next person.
She has more rental property.
And that's not okay. I think that, like, for that being like your main concern, you know, that's not like a selfish concern. It's more of like a look, I don't want this to happen to somebody that can't defend themselves. And it would go completely negative, because believe it or not, guys, there's so many people in this world that get taken advantage of and they don't have the means or the knowledge to defend themselves properly. They find themselves in situations and scenarios that had they had the right knowledge and defense, they wouldn't be in, you know? So
yeah, I'm kind of with Jeremy on this, and you guys have heard me say this, and I'll say this to the people in the chat. People find out that I'm the wrong person to mess with when it's too late, but I always make sure that they find out when it's too late. So, and I kind of take the same attitude that Jeremy has, and it's, you know, I can stand up for myself. Now I do things a little bit differently, because I won't typically, like for example, in a legal situation, I won't use lawyers. I know enough about the law to make somebody's life hell if they come after me in court, or I can go after somebody. But just in general, it's the same thing. I can't stand to see people taken advantage of. And I just kind of sit here and wait for somebody to try to do it to me. You know? That's another, yeah. Because
that's why earlier it really hit home, because I feel the same way, Conky. And, you know, we're, you know, like I said, we all share a lot of common feelings, and that's why it hit home, because it was like an insinuation of like me, like trying to take advantage of somebody or something weird like that. And I took that to heart, because that's not really what we're about.
We weren't there. So
no, yeah, I keep on trying to reference that, but you know, that's the bottom line. Like, we all feel strong about that scenario. It's really important that we prevent things if we have the ability to for other people's sake. You know, that Maryland girl, once Jeremy's done with all those lawsuits, whether she pays or not, I'm pretty sure she's not going to do what she did again.
That's what I mean. I always try to make messing with me a very, very bad experience for somebody else. And I have examples of doing that. I've told you guys some stories.
Yeah, you got some funny stories, buddy.
Shout out to Regular Guy Barbecue. What up, Troy?
And my one buddy, Kevin Collins, is in the chat tonight. He knows every single story that I've told about people messing with me and what I do to get back at them. And he just shakes his head and says, "Man, I don't want to be on the wrong side of you. I don't want to be on the." But
yeah, hey, it happens.
So that was Regular Guy.
That's crazy. There's a man.
That's who I talked to last night when you called. Oh, last night I'm sitting there. Oh, thank you, little hearts, mom. She sends a $20 super chat. And here we go. So I'm sitting there. What time did you call me, Guapo? Was it like 10 o'clock at night?
Wait, he called you in the middle of the random night too?
He called me at 10 o'clock at night. He says, "Dude, we're at Dave & Buster's. You coming up?" Look, it's 10 o'clock at night. I'm an hour away. What the hell you mean, dude? It's like, sure, I'll jump in my car and run to Dave & Buster's.
I called him up, Jeremy. I'm like, "We're at Dave & Buster's. Get your butt over here, Conky, right now."
He called me and all the.
We called Jeremy.
We need to go to Hawaii right now. I'm like, all right, that sounds awesome. He's like, "I'm buying the tickets. PayPal me the money," and hung up.
Oh, that's funny. I'm coming to Florida, Jeremy. I'm gonna be there.
I was like, I have no idea what that was about, but I'm not even gonna call him back. I was like,
did you PayPal him any money? That's the question.
Not yet. He didn't. He didn't tell me.
I didn't book the tickets yet. It's happening. Jeremy knows, man. Jeremy knows. I'll do it.
And then I told George about it in the morning, and George was supposed to call me that night. And I didn't hear from her by 1 a.m. And I was like, all right, I'm just going to sleep. So I told her about it in the morning. And she goes, "You wouldn't go to Hawaii without me, would you?"
Oh.
I got PayPal money.
George, I don't want to be in the middle of this if you're watching. So
I've got an idea. AA live from Hawaii, the four of us.
Yeah. Whoo, that would be awesome if we went to Hawaii. Guys, do you understand how much funny stuff we can do in Hawaii? I'm hula dancing immediately.
I'm filming that.
I'm hula dancing immediately.
Sure
shirtless with just
I don't want to see that.
with just the little flowers around my head, the flowers around my neck, and I'm just gonna go in motion.
With melon.
Aloha. Fun.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
Live from Hawaii. It's AA.
If you're asleep, you should not be asleep because you're on AA.
Live from Hawaii. It's Guapo dancing with coconut melons.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh man.
Tigger on your shirt.
Yeah.
I love Tigger.
I love Tigger too. He kind of bounces around. Tigger's like the ADHD friend of Winnie the Pooh.
Pretty sure that's how they came up with him.
Tigger is the Guapo of AA.
Yeah.
Tigger's the Guapo of the 100-Acre Wood.
Okay.
Of Auctions Anonymous.
So Tigger's the Guapo. Who's the Jeremy?
It's a good point.
I do have that fat dad bod like Pooh.
It's a good point.
Pooh does have some wisdom to share too. So
I would say Rob is 100% either the bunny or Eeyore. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be he'll probably be the bunny.
Is Conky the wise old owl?
That's what I'm thinking because I'm not Eeyore.
Conky, you're Eeyore.
Even though I'm
He's
as quiet as Eeyore.
Eeyore. Rob isn't Eeyore either. Rob's more like the bunny, all over the place. Like, never stops.
Hey, Jeremy, you have to be Pooh. I don't see you as anybody else.
I got the bod for it, baby. I got the bod for it.
I got the pod for it, baby.
Just bring me some money.
Yeah, bring me some honey. There it is. Yup. There it is.
Otter Creek.
You guys vote in the chat who everybody is.
Yeah, Piglet. Which one's Piglet?
Who's Piglet?
Let's make Rob Piglet.
Yeah, Rob's gonna have to be Piglet.
Yeah, he's not here.
Rob's gonna have to be Piglet at this point.
He's probably watching. Damn it, I can't get on. I can't get on.
Yeah, I don't have reception.
Like, hold on, I'm not Piglet. There's no way. There's no way. Get on it. Honey, let me use your phone. No. Let me use your phone, honey. I gotta get on here.
I ain't letting them guys call me Piglet.
Yeah.
If he shows up in the corner to come on, I won't let him on.
Yeah. Jeremy, you're Eeyore. Yeah. Don't let him on. Don't let him on if he comes on.
Block him, Conky. Block him.
You just get like a separate profile coming on. He has a wig on. I heard Rob was Eeyore.
10 more profiles coming up.
That's funny. That's so funny.
That is funny, man.
Oh, Z-Dog's Piglet.
That's funny too. That's funny too.
Oh man.
Yeah,
there's Roo. What's Roo? Kangaroo? Who's Roo?
Kanga and Roo. Kanga was the mother and Roo's the little one in the pouch.
I believe I'm Tig. I gotta be Tigger at this point.
Oh, you're definitely Tigger.
Whatever. I gotta go. I want to bounce right now.
Do you guys want to see a teaser for tomorrow's video?
Like literally bounce, not bounce with you guys.
You can't go yet. I gotta show you a teaser for tomorrow's video.
No. I said not bounce on them. I'm talking about like literally bounce like Tigger.
All right. I'm gonna go get a teaser for tomorrow's video.
It's funny. Jeremy's like, Jeremy knows. He's like, well, Guapo, before you bounce, I'm bouncing. No, I'm bouncing, guys. I'll talk to you. No, I'm just saying.
No, he's still here. So I wonder what.
Let me see.
Yeah, Roo is Kanga's baby.
Roo is Kanga. Okay, Roo is Kanga's baby. Yeah.
Rosie says the Hudsons are the
Monkey Owl, Jeremy Rabbit, Legend Tigger, George Kanga.
Guapo.
What?
Eeyore. Who's the perfect Eeyore? If the Hudsons are Kanga and Roo, who's Eeyore? You know this one.
I know who it is.
Huh?
I know who it is. Who is it? Who are you thinking about?
Who am I? I'll tell you in a minute.
Does it stay? Is it CT?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it's CT.
Look at that. So what is that, Jeremy? Is that a?
You guys guess. What do you think this is?
That's not a duck.
Not a duck.
Is that a peacock?
This is a baby peacock.
Wow.
Is it?
Yep. That's a baby peacock.
That is so tight.
Now,
I really tried to make a funny guess.
The males. So when we said peacock, a peacock is a male peafowl. So fowl being bird. So this is a peafowl. A male is a peacock, and a peahen is a female. Now on the males don't get their feathers until about 2 years in. The males will get some of the blue their first year here in the neck. So there's no way to actually sex these yet. But the males will get their blue feathers here on the neck year 1. But their back feathers, they don't get until year 2. That's where they start to mature and they get those big old feathers that you see. And so there's really no way to find out male, female, or not. Right now, they're just baby chicks. They're peafowl.
What about a fruit bowl? Huh.
So now you see how the neck is going up, though?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't that look like a male?
Yep. He's trying to fly away, too.
That's
Hard to
crazy.
get away from. I mean, kinda
Is
like
it gonna get big or what?
Oh yeah. So chickens they can't chickens can get airborne, but they can't stay flying. Peacocks, even at this young age, and those who watch the video tomorrow, you're gonna see the baby peacocks actually fly. So I have him or her right now. You can see I have the feet right here in between my fingers, and that's because he or she can actually jump and start flying in the room. So I have her right there. I've got her feet down or his feet down because they actually can fly at this age. Right from the beginning, they can take off flying. And if in tomorrow's video, you're actually going to see a couple of them flying.
No way.
Are they in like a completely enclosed, like a bird sanctuary?
So I have them in a tote right now. I have them on the screened-in porch in a tote. I had them. Do you want to? This is the hard part of YouTube that nobody's ever going to know, okay? But I'm going to show you anyway. I had 7 of these. From the time I got them home yesterday, an hour later when I fed all the birds, I had these all in the chicken coop. From the time I got home to the time I fed the birds, a gray rat snake got into the chicken coop, and this is what happened, unfortunately. Let's see what we got here. That is one happy rat snake with not only one, but actually 2 peacocks in the belly right there. What we're gonna do. And this was only for Robbie and for George. You're never gonna see this on the channel. All right, swing in there. There you go. But that rat snake got in within that hour and got 2 of the babies.
Oh, geez.
Jeez.
So I had 7. Now I'm down to 5. Within an hour, rat snake got in there and got 2 babies.
That's crazy.
Which is horrible, but at the same time, that's the circle of life, and that's part of the dangers. That rat snake couldn't have eaten any of the other chickens because they were too big, but these babies were just the right size. They were up top, and then they went down to the ground, and that the rat snake got in there within that hour. So I went ahead. I was like, I couldn't believe it. I was so distraught. I was like, oh man, I can't believe this. I just got them home. And then I took that video for Robbie and for George. And then I was like, all right, they're coming inside. They're going to come inside until I can get some weight on them and until they can hold their own out there. That's the 3rd gray rat snake that we've had in the coop. Usually they go for eggs, but these babies are so small. That one was good to go for the babies. Again, they usually go for eggs, but I should have toted them. You know, that's what I've done with the baby ducks, and I've done with the chickens. I put them in a tote, and then once they get big enough, then I put them in the coop. And I just didn't. I don't know why I didn't. I mean, like right now, I'm like, I was so stupid. I always tote the babies first, but I didn't.
Well, don't beat yourself up.
Yeah, I mean, it's in the past, bro. You can't change it.
And I mean, I sat there and I was like, well, God, you know, this is all God's creation. God created it to do what it does. And
yeah, bro.
You know, I brought the pea fowl home, and the snake got a meal, and that's part of the circle of life. So
yeah, man, it's not like you intended that to happen, man.
Oh yeah, I didn't intend it to happen, and nor would you ever see that on What the Hales. We're not going to show that.
Right.
That was an exclusive, and that was an exclusive here on Conky's Flippin' Adventures. But I love peacocks. I really do. Now, a lot of people they say, oh, they're too loud. And I think peacocks can be loud as an alarm system, but even then, I don't think peacocks are too loud. I used to have peacocks, and Prince and Princess and the babies, they used to come down to the glass door, and they would peck on the glass door, and they would knock, and they would ask for their morning tomatoes. They love fresh tomatoes. And so my kids and myself, we would just put our hand right out the door, and they'll eat right out of your hand, which is why the peacocks I want them in my hands. I'm trying to teach them to trust the hand that feeds them. I want them to eat out of my hands. So 5 peacocks right now, then they'll breed. There'll be more peacocks on the property and the ranch. And obviously there'll be so much more coming. You guys know that already. Well, the viewers probably figure it that's what's happening. But yeah, I mean, there's so much more coming out here. But there's so much work to do too, and preparation and building and.
So everybody's going to ask, and I'll just answer it for him. Jeremy has people that will take care of the animals when he's in Ohio.
Yep.
Are you bringing any of your animals back with you, though? Any of your chickens
Nope.
with you?
They'll all stay here. They'll all stay here. So George is up in Ohio, and I have a paid employee taking care of the animals here. It's Substitute George. Right now, it's Substitute George. So what I do with Substitute George, I hired Substitute George to actually film while George was away, but I've been making up other jobs for Substitute George, and one of them is care of the animals. So I've been teaching her care of the animals, and then property maintenance and things along those lines. And so one of the things she said, well, why don't I just move? Why don't I just move and don't rip down your old house? Once you build the new house in the warehouse, don't rip down this house. She goes, my family will move in there, and we'll just be property maintenance. You know, we'll take care of everything when you fly back and forth. And I said, all right, we'll talk about it. There's enough property to be able to do that, obviously. It's just, do you really want to do that? Do you want to have people on your property? And I mean, most of the viewers probably remember Gwen. I've been trying to get Gwen to move down and live on the property while I'm in Ohio just to watch everything. But because Gwen had Willow and Gwen hasn't been able to return back to work with Willow, and I was like, well, I got work here. Just maintain my property for me. But she's not at a point where she's ready to move to Florida. So I know a lot of people, they get worried about the animals. The animals are all cared for. There's people always caring for them. And the animals we have right now, even if there wasn't a person caring for them, chickens, ducks, peacocks, pigs, they're all self-sufficient. So you don't have to actually do anything. They can find all of their food here on the property. You don't have to feed them. They can find all the water here on the property. There's ponds, there's creeks. You don't have to water them. Now, that's not to say that we don't. We absolutely do multiple times a day. But they're all self-sufficient. You don't need to do anything to take care of these animals. Future animals, you absolutely have to, do other things for.
Well, we've been on for 2 hours tonight, guys.
Hey, man, I'm not getting off. No, I'm just playing.
Dude, you always got to poop around this time.
Not necessarily, man. Not necessarily. So what's up, man? Am I going to Florida tomorrow?
Pretty sure you probably are. Pretty sure you probably are.
I'm pretty sure I need to, man.
What do you see? Do you guys see any blue yet?
Man, that bird is gonna be so big and beautiful.
Oh, they're such incredible birds. I mean, they're just big chickens. And you guys know how much I love the chickens. I don't know why. Guys, some people think I just got chickens when we moved out here. I begged my parents for chickens when we moved out in the country in 9th grade. I've had chickens since 9th grade. I named every one of those 12 chickens. It was chicken gumbo, chicken noodle, chicken, nugget. And I love having chickens. Chickens are so fun. And they're so self-sufficient. And you get eggs. How do you beat that? You get food out of them as well. Peacocks are even more fun. I just love them. I love them. Peacocks are just bigger chickens, really, in all reality.
Everyone's saying to book the ticket.
You probably should. You should book that ticket.
You think so?
I mean, you know what I think.
Wait, what are you doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow, I was supposed to go buy this truck for George, but then they came back and told me that a smoker had it. I might still do it. I might still drive down there.
George is not worried about you can get all that out.
No, George absolutely will not drive that.
Is it bad? I mean, is it smell?
I don't know. It's a 2-hour drive.
Dude,
so I told him, remember we were going to go.
It's so easy to clean a car. Like, I don't understand.
Remember we were gonna go catch sharks at Cedar Key?
Yeah, yep.
So I'm either going to go test drive trucks. I'm either gonna go do that, catch sharks, or other than that, I don't know yet tomorrow.
Dang, everybody's saying book the ticket at this point. I have no choice. I have to go. That's all I see.
Rob's here too. All we got to do is get you and Conky.
Conky, you going?
I may, if I went down, I could fly down Monday and just drive back with the guys. But
Come on, Conky. Why? Come early. Just book your ticket tomorrow, man. I'll see you at the airport, man.
no, that wouldn't. Well, we've got our live Saturday night.
Yeah, they got their live Saturday.
Dude, but you're sacrificing a Florida trip, Conky. Let's think here.
Well, I mean, I might not be sacrificing a Florida trip. I may be going down there just for a day or two, but not sacrificing a Florida trip.
Come Sunday.
Maybe. I'd have to check with the wife. Yeah, and plus I got to, the last minute me, I got to finish getting my taxes ready.
I just got all my taxes in the mail today.
Yeah, I gotta play with that too. So I'll do that tomorrow and get all that to the accountant. I thought it was like June something. I didn't realize it was May.
It's May. Is it May 15th? They extended it to
May 17th.
May 17th. That's what it is.
So I got to take care of that tomorrow. That's why I said, if I came down, it'd be just like Sunday or Monday, and just in time to get down there and drive back with you guys, just so we can say we did it. You know what I mean?
He or she is asleep. I gotta name them. I don't know what they are yet.
Give it a name like what's one of those names that fit a like Terry or something like that, like a name that would be, you just have to know how to spell it because you're not putting it on a birth certificate or anything.
And boom, it's out. It is literally out. It's just like, oh yes, massage my head more. I'm out.
Sleeping birds.
They're so fun.
I'm telling you, man, the peacock, when I seen them at Rob's, dude, they're just beautiful birds, man.
They really are.
Yeah, Dan, it's a unisex name. The name that's doesn't.
We'll name them all George. Unisex name.
I guess I'm going to Florida. I don't know. I mean, their tickets are right here. I would have to leave at 10 tomorrow in the morning.
That's not bad. You even get to sleep in.
Yeah, a little bit, but yeah. Nah.
I got 2 beds set up in here. I got 2 couches set up in here.
Rob's gonna wake up and see me.
I got them real close. You guys can cuddle.
Yeah, no.
That's it. I'm not going.
Leg wrestle. That's funny. Dude, I think I'm gonna buy this Joker, dude. It is just like sitting here. It's happening. That's it. I'm back.
Did you just buy a ticket, Guapo?
Yep, just bought a ticket. I'll be there.
Rosie sent a $5 super chat. Thank you, Rosie. It says Indigo. She said Indigo's the name.
There you go. There's a good name.
Yep.
Alerting news: Guapo is not moving to Florida. Eric Armstrong. Guapo, don't think about it. Just do it. No excuses. Angie says. Greystone says, push the button. What's up, Greystone?
Somebody's phone going off.
What you doing, Willis?
Yeah.
It's Florida, Guapo. Blue skies and green.
Follow me.
Oh,
All right, let's see what Robbie says.
and he knows we're live. He just
Is he trying
Dude,
to?
I'm still live on AA.
No way!
Yeah, AA.
Hey,
Say hi to everybody.
hi, everybody.
hi, Robbie.
Jeremy, where do you see this piece of metal that I pulled out of my leg?
Dude, you filmed that metal going in your leg, right?
Wait, what happened to his leg?
Are you kidding me?
Dude, he had a piece of metal go straight into his leg today.
No way.
Blood everywhere. Crazy.
What happened?
You got to watch the video.
Okay, you guys got to go to Get Swamped.
No, we did not. I did not video that.
He didn't video it. He calls me and I'm like, dude, you have to video. He's like, I was bleeding everywhere. I was like, you pick up the phone and you video.
Dude.
And I'm like, Jeremy, you're so full of bullpucky because ask him how much of it he videoed when he burned his hand.
That's true. That's true. Okay, I'll give you that.
Screaming like a little girl.
I was screaming like a little girl when I burnt my hand. Yep.
I was not screaming like a little girl. I was just going, what the heck? How am I going to get this out? And I had to push my skin in and then twist this piece of metal out.
No way, Robbie. That kind of bums me out. Are you injured?
Yeah. And it's like, you can't get stitches because then you trap any infection in there.
Oh my gosh. No way.
Gotta let it ooze out.
Yeah, I've changed my bandage like twice already.
Did you change your underwear too?
If I wore some, I would have.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
I'm gonna send you a picture of this metal.
All right, cool, man. All right, bye.
He said, if I wore some, I would.
I think we just got another AA Conky's Flippin' Adventures exclusive.
I think you did. I think you definitely did.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm kind of upset though, man. He's not going to be able to walk at all.
He's walking. He's walking.
Jeez.
So what piece of metal was in his leg? Don't say
So
one video because there's no video.
So he's got gates everywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know the wraparound pieces on a gate that holds it to a pole. You know, okay. So his are steel. He's not allowed to have aluminum because of the gator. So having the gator, they all you have different regulations on all of your enclosures. Different classes of animals, different regulations for different enclosures. He was weed eating around the gator areas, and that weed eater picked up one of those steel pieces of metal, and it literally shot it into his leg about an inch, straight into his leg.
He didn't have like boots on or anything for doing that.
He's always wearing shorts.
You can't.
The dog always wears pants, and he always wears shorts. So the weed eater took that piece of steel and literally shot it straight into his leg.
Wow. I would have thought that it would have been busy holding a piece of fence on rather than just sitting there waiting to be shot into his leg.
Maybe a gator got a bite of it and loosened it. I don't know how it did it, but it definitely a freak little accident.
I don't believe I would enjoy anything like that. No, definitely that would suck. I wouldn't want that.
I was gonna say, Conky, yeah, that would definitely suck. I don't know. You wouldn't enjoy it at all.
No, in fact, my leg hurts just hearing about it now.
In fact, my leg hurts just hearing about it right now.
I'm going to be limping back upstairs.
So I will be in Florida tomorrow, Jeremy, at 10 o'clock.
Am I picking you up, or are you getting a car?
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. You got to let me know.
Guapo, where are you flying to? Orlando?
Orlando. Yeah, I'm flying to Orlando.
Jeremy, where's Ramsey's twin?
Orlando.
Well, you go down there and buy it. Guapo drives one back. You drive the other back.
Oh, wait. Are you doing that tomorrow still?
I mean, I can if I'm going to pick you up. I'm going to go check it out for sure. If you're renting a car, then you'll just come out here. But if I'm picking you up, I'm going to go check out Ramsey's twin for sure. and see if
What?
Lee can get the smell out.
I think I'm gonna just rent a Mustang.
Again?
Yes. No, I don't know, guys. We'll have to figure out what the best option is here. I mean,
Might as
I
well
don't
not
know.
get
We'll figure it out. I'll text you. Might as well not. 2 birds out with 1 Guapo. Wait, but in what context? Like, I would definitely drive the car back for Jeremy if he buys the truck. But I
Yeah,
don't
no,
know.
already smell like smoke, so what's the difference?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You
I
better
love
say
it.
it. You better say it, Conky.
So,
So
I love it.
why run a Mustang when you can buy my Corvette? Robert, don't play around with me. Rent a Harley Davidson. I don't know how to drive a bike. That's one thing. I would like to do that. But I feel like I'd kill myself on a bike because I'm pretty crazy. So, yeah, I don't know. Storage Legends, a.k.a. Guapo. Talk to your wife, and while you're there, look for property.
it's just, Guapo, when did you get married?
I got married about, 26 years ago?
Wow.
Yeah, I married the game.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
I married the storage unit game. I came out my mom's womb destined to be a treasure hunter.
Is that what you are?
Yeah, I'm
Full-time
gonna
treasure, baby. Full-time treasure.
just leave Jeremy pick you up. Okay, Wendy, I already booked my ticket, so I'm going regardless. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna rent a Mustang or not. We're gonna have to figure that out.
Well, first of all, they would have to have a Mustang. Therefore,
Yeah, but you gotta think though, Conky, because I'm gonna be there at 10 something. So if Jeremy doesn't have a meeting at 10 or around that time, then I don't know.
What you doing, Willis has got something stuck in his leg too. Look at this. He's got this in his leg. Travis just messaged me. Look at that.
What the heck is that, dude? It looks like a pimple.
looks like he's turning black on him.
He said it's a piece of flint stuck in his leg for over a month from weed eating. Jeez, man, everybody's getting stuff stuck in their leg.
Stay away from that weed.
You want to see what went into Robbie's leg? This is what shot an inch into Robbie's leg.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh. That's terrible.
Isn't that crazy?
Holy crap.
I'd give up weed eating after that. I'd be like, all right, I ain't ever weed eating again.
Those weeds can just have that fence. I don't, there's no reason to drive something like that in your leg just so you don't have to look at a couple weeds. In my opinion, some people might think differently. I can hear the bird, the peacock.
Yeah, she or he is chirping now.
Robbie's lucky he didn't snap the bone. Yeah, I guess.
All right, yeah, I'm betting on this again.
What are you bidding on?
I'm bidding on a 1989 Joker action figure.
Really?
Yeah, I kind of need it.
Yeah, that's an absolute. You need that.
It's just one of those things, man. It's one of those need things. Guys, I collect Joker as well. So I get a lot of people saying, hey, Guapo, can I send you this? Guys, you can send me whatever. Just know I collect Joker and vintage t-shirts, guys. Yeah, I have to check on the water. I'm upset about the building not going through. I'm going to Florida tomorrow. Gosh, my life's a movie, man.
Yeah, come down to Florida. We'll have some fun.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a blast. It's gonna be a great time.
Well,
We'll have
gonna
some
be-
fun.
you're actually kind of fortunate that you can just decide to get up in the morning and jump on a plane and
Absolutely, guys. That is a prime example, and this episode will forever be remembered, and it'll be forever referenced as an example of being fun employed, guys. You make your own hours. You understand that you're able to do these things at a spontaneous time. It's a beautiful freedom, man. It's priceless. It's beyond money. So
it's hard to put a price on daily freedom. It really is.
It's there's no price on your freedom. There's no price on it. So when you think on the outside, and people that aren't really financially stable sometimes say like money buys all kind of happiness and stuff. And me and Jeremy always talk about this. And it's just like, I don't believe that happiness is security. I don't believe that happiness is, satisfaction. I feel like happiness has its own category. It's its own thing. And I feel like that's why when I pray with you guys, or when I pray with God and myself personally, or even with my family, I always pray for happiness. I don't pray for vanitistic, there's nothing like that. If you're happy, you're content. And I always tell people this too, like P. Diddy, or Tom Hanks, can be less happy than a hobo on the street if you're content and happy with what you got going on. So.
Well, I think that's a good lead into the prayer for this evening.
Who's up?
I think Guapo's turn.
Jeremy, man, it's your turn. Why don't you go, Jeremy? I've been going I'm like 15 weeks in a row now.
What are you talking about? It's your turn, man.
Who went last week?
I don't remember, but I know it's your turn.
Yeah, it's your turn, Guapo.
You think so, Conky? You did. Oh, Conky, you went last week, Conky?
I must have, yeah, because we're going this way.
You're lying, Conky.
Yeah,
I've been 15 years. You're lying. Up. You're not even good at lying, Conky.
You're up.
Guys, type in the chat whose turn it is.
It's Guapo's.
We'll see what they say. Say.
Robert, you just say Guapo. So, yes, Rob's turn. No, it's Piglet's turn to pray.
There you go.
Oh, that's so funny, dude. I'm going to have to get Rob a Piglet shirt.
He probably has one.
Okay, everybody's saying Guapo. All right. Ooh, body voted Jeremy. Susan D, you're getting some votes, Jeremy. You're getting some votes.
Who was late tonight? It wasn't Jeremy.
Don't take it out. I will take the honor of praying at any instance. It will never be a burden or obligation.
And with that, let us bow our heads.
Bow our heads, ladies and gentlemen. Take our glasses, hats, anything that can come in the way with the spiritual communication we are having with you, Father. Father, we ask that you bless us with the beautiful emotion of happiness, the beautiful satisfaction, contentness that I would refer to as happiness. God, it's so important to maintain happiness and understand that everything is done through you, and through you, anything is possible. God, we ask that we grow and have a great week and a great weekend. And God, please bless anyone in the chat and any subscriber that's having any health issues, anybody that recommended us to pray that we forgot or that we can't specifically address right now. God, please bless them. God, take their difficult trials away, take their sickness and make them better in health. And bless me on my travels to Florida, and bless the trip to Florida, and may we make awesome content for these beautiful people. Amen.
Amen and a women, baby.
A women.
Amen and a women.
So
I don't want to get off, guys. I want to stay online. Guys.
Amen.
Guys, we're going to stay online until I leave for the plane.
Amen.
I'm going to fall asleep before then.
Amen.
You'll just see us like this. You'll just see
it. Take it, Guapo.
I'll wake up still online. You'll see Jeremy. Jeremy's going to sleep talk. He's going to be sleep talking. I love you, George. I love you, George.
Not George.
George.
And I'm just going to say good night from my
Full screen yourself, Conky. Full screen.
Full screen.
30-year ago self. So
there we go. Good night, guys.
good night.